Ho, ho, ho! 'Tis the season to be jolly.
And we are walking in a winter wonderland. You've got to see this.
We've got a whole show dedicated to the holidays. We're going to show you some places and activities that you'll want to do to celebrate the season right. Also, if you're still looking for some last-minute gifts, especially those that are yummy in the tummy, we're going to show you some Central Illinois treats that are just great to give.
While you're making your list and you're checking it twice, you don't want to forget important people in your family, especially those cute little puppers you have in your house. You know, you got to get a gift for your dog. We'll give you some good tips on how to do that.
8-Track Time Machine is going to go way back in time for some interesting backstories, stories you've never heard before about some of your favorite Christmas carols.
But most of all, we love this is a season of giving. And there's a company out there that does decorations and beautiful holiday lights for law enforcement families and military families. Let's watch that next.
Amid darkness shines a light. It's a Christmas gift that can be both celebrational and somber. For 9 years, BNI Seasonal Lighting in Bloomington has strung holiday lights on the homes of families connected to the military and law enforcement. The lights, through a program known as Decorated Heroes, shine as a reminder that sacrifice is remembered. That's important to Jerome and Frances Maddox of Bloomington, whose son Anthony Maddox made the ultimate sacrifice.
It's a wonderful honor. You know, that's one thing as a Gold Star family. We always say, always remember and never forget. And for them to place these lights on our home, it brings joy to our heart.
Anthony grew up mostly in Bloomington Normal, among many friends and 2 younger sisters.
He had a great heart, had a wonderful heart. You know, there was nothing that he felt he couldn't do, but he always wanted to make people laugh and have fun with them.
Young Anthony especially loved Christmas time and making the holiday special for his siblings.
He loved helping me put things together for them for Christmas, and so we'd find ourselves in the basement sometimes till 1, 3, and 4 o'clock in the morning putting their playhouses and things together. He enjoyed, you know, waking up and seeing all the gifts and being surprised, but just the joy of the holiday.
In high school, Anthony was quiet in class, but feisty in sports.
Football was really the sport that he truly loved, and he earned the nickname of Mad Dog. So we always like to share that because he was pretty powerful and fierce on the football field.
Later, he decided to funnel that fierceness into an enlistment with the U.S. Army. He trained as a petroleum supply specialist, rising to sergeant.
We felt, and I felt, that it transformed him from a kid to a man.
In 2013, he was deployed in Afghanistan with Operation Enduring Freedom. That July, in a petroleum accident, he was burned over 97% of his body.
Within 3 days, we get the knock on the door, and that he's gone. So, you know, that's something you only think that you see in the movies, but it is real.
In Bloomington Normal, he was honored by the naming of a portion of Interstate 55 as the Sergeant Anthony R. Maddox Memorial Highway. And in 2018, he got another honor thanks to BNI Seasonal Lighting. Owner Derek Claflin served 3 tours in Iraq with the Air Force. He started the program Decorated Heroes to honor military and law enforcement personnel. Some face ongoing challenges, others gave their lives in service.
Unfortunately, our list keeps growing, and it's not a list that you want to be on necessarily.
BNI decorates 600 residences and businesses each holiday season. 10 homes get complimentary lights through Decorated Heroes year after year. Blue for law enforcement, red, white, and blue for military.
My body's sore and I'm tired, from working 100 hours a week, but these by far are the most meaningful to us every year. These families become my family now. Their stories of their sons, their husbands that were killed in action, they mean the world to me. We don't expect donations, this is just my way of giving back to the community. Just drive by, see the lights, make me feel good.
Feeling likewise are Anthony Maddox's parents, who add a memorial sign to their Decorated Heroes display.
We do have some folks that will stop, especially if we're outside, and they will comment on the lights and let us know how beautiful they are. And if they see the sign, thank us for Anthony's service. And so that's very touching, and really we appreciate that they acknowledge that.
And the heartfelt gesture goes beyond the outside display, extending throughout the household and Anthony Maddox's family.
Going through the holiday, we have an empty seat at the table. And so having this remembrance really means a lot to our military families, and especially to us.
A recent survey revealed that shoppers are budgeting their gift giving this year. And it may surprise you who makes the list. People who were surveyed said they're more likely to buy Christmas gifts for their pets than they are for their in-laws. You heard that right. Consumers are gifting their fuzzy friends over family in some instances. Since our pooches are getting the royal treatment this Christmas, the You Gotta See This team headed out to My Dog's Bakery in Peoria to see how you can spoil your puppy this holiday season.
I would say probably the most popular thing that people come in and get, signature, like our peanut butter paws are really, really popular. Our peanut butter truffles are really popular. We do a version of Oreos and thumbprints as well for dogs. So those are probably our most popular treat-wise.
Treated is the perfect description because on average, pet owners will spend $122 on their pets during the 2023 holiday season. But what are they buying?
My favorite this year that we got in, we actually have a fleece line now that we carry. It's kind of a Sherpa fleece.
But they're already wearing a fur coat.
They are, but
This is pretty
if you
snuggly.
have one like mine who really likes to go out.
For our four-legged friends, it seems that Christmas has gone to the dogs. From fancy new duds, spa days, to tasty snacks. There's a world of options out there.
So these are two popular items as well off of our raw bar. So this is a chicken head and this is a chicken foot or feet. However you would say that. The dogs really like them. They're really healthy for them. It's a little bit non-traditional, but easy on their digestive tract. And again, they really like this stuff and it's really good for them.
And this one could be a back scratcher.
I mean, it could be, multi-purpose here. If you're somebody who is a little bit more traditional, we've got you covered as far as that as well.
So this is traditional,
This
the
is-
cherry flavored ear.
So a tradition, not necessarily a cherry flavored ear, but it's not the raw or the freeze dried.
Gotcha.
So they do come in multiple different flavors. They come in peanut butter, cherry, vanilla, blueberry, even original. So it just kind of depends.
And I'm not going to pick up the duck head.
You're not going to pick up the duck head, but this one's a little bit safer because it's
I'm going
it's
to.
actually wrapped for you.
No matter what your dogs taste, there's a gift that will light up their eyes and warm your heart this season.
Being in a small business is kind of for me what it's all about. It's really about giving back to the community, being there for the dogs, and just doing it in a way that really they get just as much out of it as you do.
Santa Claus is coming to town, and he's probably going to be hungry.
Well, he does have a figure to maintain. It's, mostly round, but, he gets that from all that holiday snacking.
Tis the season to be snacking.
Absolutely.
And for the feeding. And we get together and we share a lot of foods, right? And there are certain foods in Central Illinois that we love, but maybe we need to share them to people who aren't living here.
Ooh, maybe sending packages of goodies and yum-yums to people who don't live around here.
Right, and so we've collected a list of some of those foods. Now, some of those foods you can just send in the mail. Others are refrigerated, so maybe if you're taking a drive a few hours to visit grandma or whoever, you can take those in your car. But this is a list of certain foods from Central Illinois that are great to give during the holidays.
Could they be delivered by polar bear?
Maybe.
We're here at Sullivan's with Billy, and we're talking Christmas cocktails. There's a lot of fun cocktails that are around Christmas time. There's like pepperminty and cranberry, and there's all kinds of fun flavors. What are you going to make for us today?
We're going to make the Sullivan's Ho Ho Ho.
Oh, so do you have to be on the naughty list or the nice list for this one?
Well, the first one we'll make for the naughty list. The second one we'll make a mocktail that's similar, but for the nice list.
Perfect. Let's start with the naughty, because that's most of our audience, right?
Sure. So, take a short glass, fill it full of ice, and I'll take an 1.5 ounces of Deep Eddy cranberry vodka, 1.5 ounces of that,
I'm already liking this.
and then we have our St. George's Spice Pear Liqueur, 1/2 ounce of that.
So we've got the cranberry, we've got the pear, so we're going fruity.
Yep.
I like it.
And then we top it with a ginger ale for just a nice little spice, and then we will garnish it with an orange.
Ooh, it looks delicious.
The Sullivan's Ho Ho Ho.
But let's make sure that the teetotalers or the kiddie table get some too. Let's
Sure.
do the mocktail.
Sure. So for the mocktail, also a short glass, and we'll substitute cranberry juice in for the vodka,
Makes sense.
and then we will use some apple juice, about 1/2 ounce of that, and then instead of using ginger ale, we'll use ginger beer soda to add.
So that's just like root beer.
yeah,
well, I
just
mean,
like root beer is
it's
in
non-alcoholic.
non-alcoholic. Yes.
Okay.
And we'll top it off with the ginger beer.
Fantastic. So the whole family could enjoy this as you
Absolutely.
celebrate Christmas time.
Garnish it with an orange.
Nice.
Here you go.
All
Do
right.
you want to be naughty or nice today?
I'll be nice.
There you
Phil
go.
is always the naughty, so I got to do it. So Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
It's really refreshing. I like that.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas from us all here at Sullivan's.
Michael Rodke puts up 15,000 Christmas lights so you'll come out and take a look at his display and help wounded veterans. The back-breaking work takes weeks every year, but he thinks it's worth it. At the display, passersby can make a donation to support his fellow vets.
Every cent that we raise each year, penny for penny, goes to the Wounded Warrior Project. I keep nothing of any of the donations. I give everything to the project.
Rodke and his wife live at 511 James Parkway in Washington. Rodke served 31 years as a cook in the U.S. Army, including 2 combat tours, before retiring injury-free in 2016.
I went to Iraq twice, and I know there's fellow comrades that unfortunately experienced life-altering changes, either lost an arm or a leg or were severely injured, and I thought, how can I give back? What can I do to raise funds to help them with their lives after their service?
In the Army, Rodke always decorated his quarters at Christmas time. Back home, he decided to continue that tradition, but in a big way. Outside his house, he hung strand after strand of lights on the roof and elsewhere. Since then, each year he has added something new.
Time consuming. There's over 6,000 lights just on the roof itself.
The centerpiece display is Old Glory, which every season demands meticulous maintenance.
This year it took 5 days, a total of 27 hours. There's 2,500 lights on that flag. Each individual light bulb is in a pegboard, and then it's glued on to the back of the pegboard. So it takes time to have to rewire it, restring it, and then re-glue each individual light.
So, how does this brilliant display help out veterans? Rodke asked passersby to consider joining him in supporting the Wounded Warrior Project. The organization supports the physical and mental needs of vets serving since 9/11.
For anyone wishing to donate to our cause and support the event, we do have a donation box.
Though Rodke sees a slight uptick in his energy bill each Yuletide, he keeps not one dime of donations. Over the past few years, he has collected $2,500 for Wounded Warrior Project. Plus, he enjoys interacting every night with motorists who stop at the display.
They just say thank you for what I'm doing, for the support.
Each year, the display runs December 1st through Christmas night, 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Rodke's Christmas wish? That you'll come out, see the lights, and help him help the Wounded Warrior Project.
I want to help them, and this is my way of helping. Raise funds, and then, like I said, everything raised, we forward to the project.
There are plenty of holiday activities in Central Illinois to keep your family busy during the next 2 weeks. Some are free, some aren't, so be sure to go to the event website listed on your screen for more information. Check out the zoo, Luthi Botanical Garden, and the Peoria Playhouse Children's Museum in the same afternoon. One ticket gets you into all 3 facilities to see Santa, do some crafts, write letters to Rudolph, and more. 2 big concerts are coming to Peoria. The Peoria Symphony Orchestra presents Home for the Holidays. Enjoy a medley of holiday favorites like Charlie Brown, The Nutcracker, carols, and more. One show only at the Civic Center Theater, Sunday, December 17th at 3 p.m. A holiday tradition for more than 35 years. Mannheim Steamroller returns to Peoria. You can hear classics along with the dazzling multimedia effects. That's Thursday, December 21st at 8 p.m. Across the river in East Peoria is the most famous light show in the area. Drive through Filippi's Winter Wonderland from now through January 1st. The drive-through Electric Park is the Festival of Lights' signature event. 5 Points Washington Peoria Pops presents Christmas Rocks at the Pops. They're ready to electrify some classic favorites arranged by the Trans-Siberian Orchestra, Mannheim Steamroller, and more. Plus, you can get your picture taken with Santa or the Grinch. The historic David Davis Mansion in Bloomington hosts a Gilded Age Christmas. Visitors can walk through the historic mansion at night and view each room decked out with beautiful holiday decorations, while costume guides walk the halls. There's live music, and you can see Santa in his Victorian outfit.
Oh, Merry Christmas, baby.
Chart-topping singer-songwriters Pam Tillis and Phil Vassar bring their Holidays and Hits tour to Bloomington. They'll sing holiday favorites and their own hits. Held under the twinkling lights in historic downtown Ottawa, the Euro-inspired Kris Kringle Market features small makers, bakers, and creators from around the world. More than 70 vendors placed throughout downtown Ottawa makes this a fun shopping experience. Again, be sure to check out the event websites for ticket information and updates before you head out. Happy holidays!
Ho, 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 and welcome to festive Worth Township in my garage for another episode of 8-Track Time Machine, where we go through the songs and the stories of the greatest era of pop music, the 8-track era. That's what we usually do. Tonight, we're going to go back a few more years, a couple more decades, to get into the Christmas spirit, because we want to look into some interesting stories, or as we like to call them tonight, the long-lost legends of cherished Christmas carols.
Happy holidays, folks, wherever you may be.
The backstory to Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is bittersweet, kind of like the song itself. It's a little bit sad, but it ends on a happy note. So we turn back to 1939, and this is when Montgomery Ward, the retailer in Chicago, wanted to do a book promotion, a giveaway to get people to come to the store to buy Christmas stuff, right? And they wanted a new book, though, so they asked copywriter Robert May to put together a new story. Hey, come up with something new. The problem was he was in a really bad funk. For one, he wanted to be a novelist, but he was stuck as a copywriter writing underwear ads and stuff like that. 2, the money that he made from that job was pretty meager and his household was really low on dough. And 3, his wife was sick, really, really sick. Still, he managed to push that aside to come up with a quirky and fun storyline about this reindeer with a shiny nose who got Santa out of a pickle and saved Christmas. So he took it to Montgomery Ward and they said, "No way." Why? Well, back then especially, a red nose was associated with drunkenness. And reindeer, real reindeer, have that really big nose. And Montgomery Ward's like, they're going to think we're a bunch of drunks here. So what Robert May did is he had the illustrator draw reindeer like white-tailed deer, like they are all over Illinois. So they had these cute little reindeers with tiny nose, and so the red nose got the green light, and the book started to be published. Meantime, another hurdle. Robert May's wife died. The household is kind of devastated, right? Especially his daughter. But when he shared the story with her, it brought up her spirits. And his spirits were brought up as this book was distributed, 2 million copies. But it really catches traction, this story does, in 1949. This is when Robert May's brother-in-law, Johnny Marks, he's a songwriter, he writes a song, I think you've heard of it. It's about a reindeer named Rudolph. Gene Autry takes this song to #1 in 1949, and then 15 years later, there's an animated special that's on TV that year, and every year since. And as they say in the song,
You'll go down in history.
so, the Christmas song. You think about that title, right? It takes a lot of guts to say, this, forget about all those other Christmas carols over the past hundreds of years. This is the Christmas song. And with all that behind it, you might think there must have been a lot of work that went into this song. Not really. What happened was, this was done in the summer. It was a sweltering summer, and songwriter Robert Wells is putting this together, and why would you do it in the summer? Well, as he put it later, it was get cool by thinking cool. In other words, he thought if he wrote a Christmas carol, it would just fan him off a little, okay? And so he's writing the song, and he's sweating and sweating and sweating in his apartment, and he decides, I'm gonna go out, get some air, and come back. And what he left behind were 4 lines of the song, the first 4, and I think you know them: chestnuts roasting on an open fire, Jack Frost nipping at your nose, that stuff. But he leaves. Meantime, his writing partner, his songwriting partner comes in. It's Mel Torme. Yeah, that Mel Torme, the Velvet Frog. And he lets himself in, and he looks down, he sees this notepad with these words on it, and he's like, that stuff's genius. And he starts writing. 45 minutes later, he's done. They're done. They've got this song, this maybe best ever Christmas song, done in 45 minutes. Now, over the years, the most recognizable versions were done by Nat King Cole.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire, Jack Frost nipping at your nose.
Well, thanks for coming by, for sharing all these stories around the fire or wherever you are right now. From 8-Track Time Machine, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. See you next time in the garage.
We all have our special Christmas memories, but here's a few from the You Gotta See This team.
Ho, 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 and welcome to Christmas in My Office. My picture here is from 1967. This is actually, you might notice, from 8-Track Time Machine. It's right by the 8 tracks. And I keep it because it's my oldest piece of stereo equipment. This picture was taken right after Christmas '67. My parents gave me, for some reason, a record player. And I'm guessing, I'm 3 years old, I was probably rocking hard with Jefferson Airplane or The Doors or Cream or something like that. Actually, I was probably playing some lame kiddie show music. But whatever, we were rocking. And I think the next year for Christmas, Santa Claus brought me my first 8-track player. Maybe.
Christmas is so much more than a date on the calendar for me. It's magical and very great, because look at this picture here of me. I'm a very young Julie, excited about the new cowgirl outfit that I got here for Christmas, but around it, there's so much more going on to the story. It's a gathering of family. There's rumpled gift wrap all on the floor, and I can smell the smells of my grandma's cookies in the background, and my cousins playing as well. You know, this really takes me back to a special holiday memory and a special family memory of love.
Julie, what? Get out of Santa's chair.
I was going to tell him what I want this year.
Don't you know if you sit in Santa's chair, you don't get anything?
What?
Well, you're not going to get anything, but except a lot of stories about the fascinating people and places of Central Illinois on
You Gotta See This.
Merry Christmas.
Fa la 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 la.
La!
He probably gets that from all that holiday snacking.
The salt means skinny.
I know. It
Oh,
was
you were
a
joking?
It was
Oh.
a joke.
Oh. Okay, I'm sorry.
He loves holiday sacking.
Sacks.
Holiday
And then we
sacking. From all that holiday stacking.
Say eating. What's another word for eating? It's eating. Snacking. Snacking.